No, there is no competitor. They've all failed. And the reason they failed is because if you do everything on chain, you can just front run everyone. So market makers figure that out and then they just don't use it. So Augur, Gnosis, Wager, BetDex Labs is one that's going to fail. All the guys on Polygon fail. Nobody's doing any volume aside from pumping their own bets into the system that they raise off an IDO. And the reason why is because you're not hiding the bet. You're not, if somebody can see what I'm betting and I'm betting $100,000 per side and it's on chain, all you have to do is write a bot and you can essentially extract value from my information. You just set all of your bets 1 penny below mine all the time and constantly watch my wallet. And then there's just no way liquidity can join. So many examples of failure.
The Kadena Kings system has been revealed, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. EqualBet is building a web3 sport betting exchange. There will be fair betting and they are free from front running. Well, front running is a huge issue. Market makers won't use your protocol if you can get front run, which means you won't have any transaction volume, and the VCs and the team will pump the token after the IDO and then dump it, as you've seen with all other sport betting exchanges. They didn't survive. EqualBet will host sports, including esports, and they've just recently announced their partner, which is Grid Esports. If you want, check them out on Twitter. They are also running on Kadena. Kadena is the only proven, scalable, secure, and decentralized proof-of-work layer 1 blockchain that solved the blockchain trilemma. So you can put up bets, doesn't matter how big they are, because in normal exchanges, you may have already realized that there is a limit, let's say $500 or $1,000, and that's how the bookmaker takes your data, changes the numbers and plays the game to take your data and take your profits. And that's not the case with EqualBet. Of course, we have to acknowledge the team, which has an extensive background in the sports betting industry. For example, we have Steve, who's been working with Fans United, who had 2 companies in machine learning and was in the team building the first quantum computer. Also Joey, who is a well-known bettor in America, if not one of the biggest. Then there's Jesse, who was the director of project management at the largest bookmaker in the world. James, who was the chief marketing officer, I believe, at Betfair Australia, who is the only successful betting exchange in history. Also Sam, who's working at a very big casino company. Dunking, who is their in-house lawyer. Martin, who's the distributed computer expert. They have got an excellent team. Doesn't matter if it's marketing, if it's coding, if it's crypto, if it's in-house lawyers. They've got everyone they need to build this project. The Kadena Kings are gonna be on the Marmalade standard. There are 3,000 Kadena Kings and Queens in total, but the first 500 Genesis Kings went out for the earliest supporters. Those were able to select the name, the skin, the body type and the hair color, I believe, and will also start with 2000 XP and 8 more coins to choose between the powers. There are also 500 Ameri Kings, which are non-KYC, which is for the people who can't partake in the IDO, so the people from the US, but those are standard kings. And also there are 2000 normal kings, which will be able to get if you purchase a minimum amount of EQB tokens in the IDO. More infos on that later when we get new infos. The Kadena Kings utility. Through the encrypted metadata in the NFT, which means it is going to be upgradable, it is going to be variable, we will be able to unlock different powers and upgrades for our NFT, which will then vary in our income and passive income. The King's profit function can be described in 3 different levels. Just remember that you will have to choose one every week, so choose your strategies wisely. First up, we have passive income. The king will be able to earn a portion of the tax on winnings. Second, we have diversified returns. The king will be able to lend market makers money for risk-neutral returns. Also, there's the risk income. The king will be able to bet into markets and earn experiences to upgrade all 3 of their earning capabilities. But now there's also the king's mechanic. The King's mechanic basically means that you will be able to upgrade and update your NFT, which will then give you more power and unlock different things. So if you take the risk income, which means you take on the most of the risk, you can get the most of XP, most of experience, and level up your king faster. If you choose the passive income stream, you won't get any XP, so just keep this in your mind if you want to level up your king. What is it with coins? Every king has its coins, and the coins are a fixed resource which is renewed every week, and this pushes the king to either use the passive income stream or risk their EQB tokens to get more EQB tokens and more experience. Now, what can a king do? Let's have a look at all the active actions you can do with your king. So first up, we have the bet boost. With this perk, you can boost up any of your odds on any matches and gain 1000 XP. Second, the free roll. Place a free roll bet up to a maximum limit on any available match and receive 5000 XP. If you lose your bet, this goes on the house and you won't get any penalty. Next up, we have bet pooling. So the risk there is a little bit lower, but you still get 500 XP. And how it works, you give a little bit of your capital to a market maker, which is then going to use your capital for 1 week, better said your EQB tokens, and you get a profit out of it, which makes it awesome. And now we have something very interesting, and those are the night referrals. So for each referral, you can get up to 5000 XP, and each night can get 2000 XP a week. You can get up to 5 knights, and the king has to mint their NFT and then give it to the knights. What is very powerful is that the king can also lend their powers to the knights. And the more transaction, the more betting, the more bets you do, the better you level up, and you and your knights get a better power. So it depends when you are watching this video, but feel free to DM me on Twitter because I am always looking for some awesome sport bettors who want to join my table and make some money. But there are also passive actions. For example, the bet taxation. Now you can use the power of your king to get a share of the bet taxation pool, which means all the winning bets will have a little tax, and this goes into a pool, and which is then going to be distributed to the king holders who activated their bet taxation or their passive income. There's also going to be a coin vaulting and a prize draw, which is going to happen occasionally, so just stay tuned for this. But I really like the passive and active actions until now, and I can't wait to mint my king. And what upgrades can you do? First up, there are the thrones, and the thrones represent the base experience gain. This is the most fundamental upgrade and the most expensive upgrade. There are 10 levels as you can see and 10 ultimate thrones. Let me know in the comments what you think about those designs. Second, there are the crowns, and they represent the passive income share that you have. This means you earn passive income off of the bet tax pool. Also, this is the second most important upgrade, and also there are 10 levels plus an ultimate crown. At number 3, we have the scepters, and they represent the max bet copying pool size. Now what does it mean? They govern the power right of kings, which is the maximum rate of capital that a king can ask a market maker to pool with. Of course, there are also 10 levels plus an ultimate scepter. Now we have the weapons, and they represent the max free roll size bets, and this governs the king's ability to upgrade the amount of money that the king is afforded in a free roll option. There's also not gonna be a penalty if you lose, so that's great, and of course there are 10 levels plus an ultimate weapon. We also have the vestiges, and they represent the max bet boost. So this boosts your odd on your bets, and there's also a max bet limit for bet boost, which is $10,000. Also 10 levels and an ultimate vestige. Now the poses, and they represent the maximum expendable coins per week, which means they govern the total amounts of coins the king has refreshed every week. And a better pose means a better ability to gain XP and to do more actions. And also 10 levels plus an ultimate pose. A really cool feature that is gonna come in future is also the vanity art upgrades. So this is gonna cost us, but if you want, you will be able to change your beards, your boots, your pants. You can do a reskin, you can do more, you can change core items, everything. So just keep this in mind if you ever wanna change the look of your king. That will be possible. As you can read here, there's also gonna be rare artifacts and airdrops. So a small stack of unique artifacts will be available for kings to win and trade amongst each other in order to unlock certain powers that aren't in the main 6 categories and will vary in experience costs. Artifacts will only be available once in the lifetime of the protocol, which sounds amazing. To fully maximize your king, you will take around 3 to 5 years, and this will cost you around 5.9 million XP. But let me show you the max gain strategy that EqualBet has given us in the Medium article, so we can see what we could do to maximize our king the fastest and most efficient way possible. So this strategy is actually easy, but just keep in mind that you won't be getting any passive income in those 3 years if doing it like this strategy. So first of all, get yourself 5 knights, because this is important to gain XP. So at the beginning you can get 5000 XP for every referral, and then 2000, maximum of 2000 for each night, which means if you do it for 10 weeks straight, you will get 10,000 XP per week, which is awesome. After that, you should start upgrading your poses and your thrones to get the best efficiency and the best rewards. And this is already actually it. After 3 years, you should have maxed out your king, but yeah, as I said, without passive income. And now to the king economics. We have covered everything about the passive income aspect, and now let me show you 3 graphs, but this of course depends on how you are doing your strategy, how everyone else is doing their strategy, how fast you are leveling up, and how Kadena is taking off, how the crypto space is evolving. So here you go, have a look at all those 3, but what I can tell you that over a 5-year period, you could expect your king NFT to be between 20,000 and 100,000. That is what is varying here in the 3 graphs. I personally think the price could already go higher, but yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll first have to level up our kings. I think this is very interesting. If you want, head over to the Medium article and have a read at the whole article or at the king economics. This should be it with my little video about the king system. I hope you like this one, and please let me know in the comments what you think about the Kadena Kings, about Kadena in general, and about EqualBet. Also, of course, some feedback. And I can tell you right now, this is not the last video I'm doing about EqualBet and the Kadena project in general, because there's so much information coming up, and if I forget new information, I'm sorry for that, but because there's so much information coming, there will be more videos. I hope you enjoyed this, and I would say I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.